And now Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Paul Bean.
All right, let's take another look up at the Teton Pass. And while it's not fully closed anymore, they are expecting to take a look at it again in the next couple of days because we are seeing more snow heading into the area. But just a couple hours ago, we were seeing some snow downpours in that area. And of course, we're seeing closer terrain if you're down in the Snake River Plain. But we still have areas of highways 20 and 32 that are closed and a few other roads as well on the eastern side of the state. We do have a flood warning as well for the areas of Minidoka County and of course up in Bingham County as well. We're going to see a flood advisory, but the strongest is going to be down in Minidoka north of Burley. So moving forward, we have a lot of snow on the ground. The ground itself is frozen, and now we have rain coming down on top of that, not really having anywhere to go. It's pooling up, and that's why we're seeing that flood warning in it's very scattered areas. It's actually not one uniform, not like the avalanche warning that is one large polygon, especially in the central mountains over near Haley. Of course, expecting to see either man-made or natural avalanches in those areas because of the weak snow as well as the rain on top of it. Now, moving over to those temperatures, closer to those mid-30s, 36 in Pocatello, 34 in Idaho Falls, a little bit closer to the temperatures you would expect to see this time of year, but we would usually see the highs right around here. Our highs are actually closer to those lower 40s, and that's why we still have rain making its way through instead of snow. And taking a look at the storm tracker, you'll notice we see it snow over in the central mountains. It turns green and into a rain-snow mix in Idaho Falls, Pocatello, and Blackfoot as it goes across the Snake River Plain. And then as it heads back up the mountains towards Jackson and Yellowstone, it turns back into snow. Now we have chances of 1 to 2 inches up along the Yellowstone and Jackson area. We have just less of an inch if you're in Idaho Falls. Pocatello, big 0 for snow, even though it is going to shift to a couple flakes here and there in the back half of the day. Nothing accumulating. And then over in the central mountains, once again, 1 to 2 inches. So a very light snow in comparison to the snow we saw earlier this week, but it is there. And of course, it's from that low pressure system that's rotating off the side of the Pacific Ocean, bringing in that front, dropping temperatures and sweeping the snow across. And it's relatively fast. That's why we're not really seeing much of accumulation, even in the mountains. 1 to 2, actually very calm compared to those feet we were seeing earlier. Future Tracker shows it through Thursday. Friday gets a little bit more of a break, and as we head into Saturday, it's going to shift back to another snowy pattern. Not as strong as the last one, and definitely not as strong as the one earlier this week. And then finally, it's going to back off again. And I'm going to take a quick look at that Southeast Idaho Chevy dealer 7-day forecast, because as you can see, Thursday we see that rain. Friday, seeing it a little bit closer to the snow. Saturday, of course, seeing the snow as well. But take a look at the temperatures, 46, 39, 37, going back down to the freezing areas for your highs. So we're seeing back into the areas where we are expecting to see the snow. Idaho Falls, very similar, seeing a mix on Thursday and Saturday with the snow as well. Teton area, a little bit busier, seeing that 1 to 2 inches today. Friday, a chance. Saturday with the snow as well. And then finally for the Central Mountains, very similar, but a little bit warmer than the Tetons. But for now, I'll send it back over to Rachel.